Think of the thing you desire to learn. Believe in yourself and your efforts will earn the ability to learn something new. Take an aim at the target true. Repeat after me. I can retell events from the story, The Jazz Trio. I can answer questions about the story, The Jazz Trio. I can read the decodable text, The Jazz Trio. Gather around together and listen up well. We're going to read a story that you can retell. When you read the story, you will grow. At the end, you'll say back what you know. This book today, or this story today, is called The Jazz Trio. Jazz is a type of music, and a trio means a group of three. So this is about a group of musicians, three musicians, who play jazz music. So they call them the Jazz Trio. Josh is on his way home to the alley one night when he hears music coming from a restaurant. He cannot tell what type of instruments he's hearing, but he knows he can feel the beats and the rhythm of the music all through his chubby little rat body. He has to find that music. He follows the sounds to a restaurant where some humans are playing and listening to music. One is playing a saxophone, another is playing the piano, and another person is playing drums. There are other instruments too. The people call the music jazz. The next day, Josh cannot get this jazz music out of his head. He wants to make music too. He searches through the trash for instruments. As he searches, the lid of the trash can comes crashing down. The sound it makes when it hits the ground is like the cymbals of the drum set from last night. He will use the lid as an instrument. He finds a stick and imitates the drummer from the jazz band. He taps the lid with a steady rhythm. Chip walks through the alley and says, "What is that noise? Are you ringing a bell?" "No, I am using the lid as an instrument. I am playing a jazz." "Can I play too?" asked Chip. Josh looks around and sees a pot next to the restaurant trash can. "Yes, you can use the pot as a drum. We can play together just like real jazz musicians." Chip finds another stick and starts to follow the rhythm Josh is playing with the lid. Then Ben the rat shows up. He does not want to play an instrument, but he likes to whistle and hum. He uses his voice like an instrument. Tap, tap, thud, thud, whistle, hum. Tap, tap, thud, thud, whistle, hum. I never thought a pot, a lid, a cat, and two rats could sound so great. Jazz is fun, says Chip, as they continue to make music together. All right, our comprehension conversation today, we're going to start with our recall to remember what happened. What does Josh hear coming from the restaurant? Good, Josh heard music. What instrument does Josh play? Josh is playing the cymbal. What did he use for a cymbal? What fell and made a loud sound like a cymbal? The trash can lid. How does Ben make music? Remember, Ben's the second person that came. Oh, just kidding, I was wrong. I remembered it wrong. Ben was the last person to show up. It says Ben didn't want to use an instrument. He likes to whistle and hum. So what did he use for an instrument? He used his voice. All right, let's look at the vocabulary and language. There were a few words in the story that were a little bit tricky. In the story, it says, he found a stick and imitated the drummer from the band. What do you think it means to imitate the drummer? How did you know that? Yeah, imitate means that he is pretending to be the drummer. He's acting just like the drummer. He's copying him. And we know that by listening to the story. Listening to what happened in the whole story helps us to know that imitate probably means the same thing as acting like the drummer. Next, it says Chip follows the rhythm Josh is playing. What do you think rhythm is? This might be something that you talked about in Miss Lewis's class. When you listen to music, it has a beat to it. The rhythm is the beat of the music, the heart of the music. Digging deeper, does Josh like the music? How do you know? Josh did like the music. At the end, Josh and Chip and Ben were all playing the music together, and they were talking about how fun it was, how much they were enjoying it. Josh liked the music even before he was playing it, though. When he was walking through the alley and he heard that music, he just had to find it. They talk about how he could feel the beats and the rhythm to his chubby little rat body. That means that he was excited. He liked that music. Now we'll read a story with letters that we know. Get your finger ready to follow the flow. When we see a word, we'll stop and look and get our mouths ready to read the book. All right, this is called the Jazz Trio. This is just like the book we read, but it's a smaller version of it. I see a few words on this page that I know. I know the word the, has, a, he, will, it. There's a couple words we don't know. How can we figure out those words we don't know? We can sound them out. This word I know is Josh because I see Josh in the picture. I checked the first sound, j, j, and it makes sense there. This word I'm not sure about though. I'm going to tap out this word. T, in, tin. Oh, that word is tin. Let's look at the next word. Tap it out with me. Id, lid. Ooh, we can read that whole first sentence. Josh has a tin lid. He will tap. Tap. He will tap it. Wonderful. As we're reading today, if you see a word that you don't know, I want you to practice tapping out those sounds and blending them together. Let's start at the beginning of our story. I want you to repeat after me. The Jazz Trio. Josh has a tin lid. He will tap it. All right, I'm going to peek really quick at this page, see what words I know, and see is, that, a. I don't know that last word right here, though. I'm going to sound it out. L. Remember, when you say two letters that are the same together, you only have to make that sound one time. L. Bell. All right, I think I'm ready to read that page. Repeat after me. Is that a bell? Said Chip. What is it? It is jazz, said Josh. Chip has a pen. Tap, tap, thud, thud. Chip and Josh can tap and thud. Ben can hum. Jazz with you is such fun, said Chip. Now this word, such, might have been hard for you. S-U-C-H. You might have forgot the CH makes one sound together. Maybe you tried to sound it out and you said, that That wouldn't have made any sense there. It's important that when you see those digraphs, your TH, SH, and CH, you remember that they just make one sound anytime that they're together. S, ch, such. When we say a word that ends with two letters, like in the word jazz, how can we remember the sound that they make? Yeah, we remember that they're the same. They make the same sound. That means we don't have to say it twice. We just say it one time. How will that help you with reading and writing? Gonna help you be a faster reader. When you know that, you don't have to say all four sounds like j, as, z, j, as, z. That sounds funny. But now that you know that, it's gonna make more sense and you're gonna be quicker. You'll just go j, as, jazz. Great job today.